Hello there. Our brush for this shave is my Ever Ready 100. The knot is a knot. This brush was restored by Anthony McKenzie Jr. It has a High Mountain White 24 millimeter High Mountain White badger knot. And it's a slamming knot. I don't know where he got it, but the soap tonight, we're going to use tobacco, and this is a Sapili lid that was handmade for me by Brian Hendry, good friend of mine in Great Britain. Beautiful work. So I've got 2 or 3 days worth of growth, 2 days, something like that, day and a half. Not a lot, but enough for a shave. So how's everybody doing? I hope well. We're going to face light it, by the way. We're doing well. The sun is out right now, but it's been raining pretty heavy, and it's supposed to rain off and on all day. I have stuff I really would like to do, but that's not going to happen today. So it's kind of a lazy day. I'm going to wet the face. I've said it before, it's very, very important to wet your face before you put soap on it. Soap, if you talk to any soap maker, they will tell you this, but soap is a salt. That's pretty much what soap is. So what you want to do, if you want the soap to perform well and not dry the living snot out of your face, then you need to put some moisture on your face so that the soap, the salt, will have something to pull. You know, salt is how we preserve things. It dries stuff out or desiccates it, so there's not as much moisture in it. That way it lasts longer. It will dry out your face as well. If you don't understand it. Now the razor tonight was a gift from Buddy Blankenship, and it is the Maggard Open Cone. Now this is, from what I can tell, brand new. It's still got the protective stuff between the head and the cap. And some of the plating pulled off of this when I removed that. Okay, on both pieces. I don't know how old this razor is, whether it is the current production or not. I have and am a huge fan of Maggard. They are an excellent company that produce products well above the price point. So, but you need to be aware of that. And we're using a feather stainless. And I've got one use on this blade. I'm using a Maggard MR5 handle. Stand by. I got some fingerprints on the cap, and blade gap is beautifully perfect. Lovely. In my opinion, very smooth, not aggressive at all. I don't know. I haven't been on their site in a while. But Maggard used to have like a mild head, versus aggressive. On some of their razors, you could buy whichever you wanted, or at one point they had like 3 different varieties of aggressiveness, and you could buy them in a kit with all 3 heads. So I don't know, but I can tell you that for me anyway, this is very, very much like an old type as far as aggressiveness and smoothness of shave. That's just lovely. And I'm not too worried about the plating. They say that with the Zamac razors, when the Zamac gets exposed to water, it can begin to pit and so forth. I really think that a lot of it is going to be in how you treat a razor. You know, if you just get done with your shave and like loosen up the handle and rinse it and throw it on the counter where it's flipping wet and it stays wet till it dries out, that kind of deal, then you might end up with some problems. But I always take a razor apart, or if it's a twist open, a butterfly, I open it up and thoroughly dry everything on it, the blade, the whole 9 yards. I think a lot of guys pay $5-6 for a head, or or they pay $15 for a razor, or they pay $30 or $45 or $60 or $70 for a razor, and they think the thing ought to be, you know, bomb-proof. And that they shouldn't have to deal with it. Even I've seen guys that buy like the expensive stainless razors. Gentlemen, oh lovely. It's a stainless razor, not a stain-free. There are so many different, trust me, I understand a lot about metals because that was my job in the military, okay? There are several different types of stainless steel. Some of them are very highly corrosion resistant, and some of them will rust because of the alloys or the impurities in them or whatever. And I know guys, I've seen guys, while I'm talking, I'm going to open this razor and take it apart. But I've seen guys post online, you know, my high dollar stainless steel razor is rusty. Yeah, dude, you can't treat your gear like that. You can, but you're going to more than likely run into problems. Actually, I want to rinse that. That's a lovely shave. You really should take more care of everything that you have. I think a lot of the problems that people are having, even with like the Zamac, because, and people say, well, it's a different nowadays. Some of the tech razors were Zamac heads. Hold on. I think I've got one. If I can find it. Okay, yeah. That's metal. That's like brass. But this is a Zamac head. Okay. They were used even back then. It was used even back then. So what do? We take care of our gear just as well as we would anything else that we value or care about in any way. You take care of it. So that's my rant on that. That was good open up, Clubman. That's been the shave. Thanks for watching. That's a great head. If Maggard has dealt with the plating problems, like I said, this may be an older model. I don't know, or it could be a second. I've never known them to sell a second, so. But I don't have any fear that there's going to be any problem with it. And they cost like $6. Okay. Anyway, I want to thank Buddy Blankenship for that head. It's a slam and shaver. And thanks for coming along. Bless you. I'll talk to you later.